My name is Heather. I am 26 years old. I live in New York. My job is a waitress. I work in a hotel bar every evening. I do not have much money. I have student loans that take a large part of my earnings. My heart is also sad. I recently broke up with my boyfriend. This heartbreak makes my heart feel heavy. Every night, I stand behind the bar. I see many rich people. They come to the bar to drink expensive drinks. I serve them. Their lives seem easy, as if they have no problems. They wear expensive clothes. They do not worry about money. It is very different from my life where I work hard for every dollar. One night the bar was very busy. A tall man walked in. He wore a nice black suit. He looked handsome. His name was Andrew. At that time, I did not know who he was. Every woman in the room looked at him, but he looked only at me. Andrew walked to the bar and sat down. He looked at me and said, "You look like someone who does not belong here." I felt surprised. I said, "You are right. I am just here to pay my rent." He laughed. Andrew came to the bar every night. One Friday night after the bar closed, he asked me to dinner. I said yes. Andrew took me to a fancy restaurant. He said, "I own a very big company." I was very surprised. Andrew was the owner. He was a billionaire. I did not know what to say. After dinner, he drove me home. Andrew did not try to kiss me. He just looked at me and said, "You're different, Heather." Then he drove away. I could not sleep that night. I kept thinking about his words, about him being a billionaire. 1 week later, Andrew walked into the bar. He looked upset. I asked him what was wrong. He said, "I am just tired, Heather. Tired of fake people. Tired of fake love." He looked around the bar. He said, "Can we just talk? Please, Heather, stay with me." We sat in a corner. Andrew told me about his life. He was a rich man, but his life was not easy. He felt alone even with many people around him. I felt sorry for him. Andrew moved closer to me. He looked into my eyes. Then he kissed me. I did not stop him. We left the hotel together. We went to his big house. We spent that night together. The next morning, I woke up in a large bed. After our night together, things felt different. Andrew called me every day. He sent me flowers. I began to fall in love with him. One evening, I was watching the news. Suddenly, I saw Andrew's face on the screen. Next to him was a beautiful woman. The news said, "Andrew's fiancée, Carol, returns from Paris." My heart stopped. The woman was a famous model. I could not breathe. Andrew had a fiancée. He was engaged to another woman. He never told me about Carol. He never said he was going to marry someone else. I felt hurt. How could he do this? All the sweet words, the flowers, the calls, were they all part of a lie? I knew I had to talk to him. I called Andrew. I asked him about the news. He said he was engaged to Carol. He said, "Heather, I did not plan for this. I did not expect to feel anything for you. I wanted to end everything, but the next night he came to my apartment. He looked serious. He said he broke off his engagement with Carol. He said he did it for me. Was he telling the truth? Could I trust him? I was so confused. Soon, the secret of our time together was out. My picture was everywhere. People saw me leaving Andrew's car. The newspaper wrote bad things about me. They said I was a gold digger, that I only wanted Andrew's money. My boss at the hotel called me into his office. He told me that the hotel did not want any drama or bad stories in the news. Because of this, he said I could not work there anymore. I had lost my job. I had no money. I felt very worried. Andrew saw how sad I was. He found a new apartment for me to live in. He said it was for my safety, to protect me from the reporters. But living in an apartment that Andrew paid for felt strange. I used to pay for everything myself, working hard every day. Now, his help made me feel trapped. So I looked at Andrew and said, "Is this love or is it control?" Andrew said, "It's both, Heather." I felt angry at him for all the trouble he had brought into my life, but I also loved him. One afternoon, my phone rang. It was Carol, Andrew's ex-fiancée. I answered and she asked if we could meet. I agreed. I met her at a cafe. Carol said Andrew did not end their engagement because of me. She said that her father wanted to control Andrew's company. Andrew needed a reason to stop their families from joining in business. Carol said I was part of his plan. She said, "He used you to stop the business deal." She said Andrew knew the scandal with me would end the plans between their families. I did not want to believe her. I went back to the apartment. Andrew was there. I said angrily, "Is it true? Did you use me to get out of a business deal?" He looked at me. His eyes were sad, but he said nothing. My heart broke. The man I loved had used me. My eyes filled with tears. I could not stay another minute. I packed a small bag. I walked out of his apartment. Weeks passed. I went back to my old apartment. I found a new job at a cafe. I often thought about Andrew, his words, his touch. One morning, a postman came into the cafe. He had a letter for me. My name was on the envelope. It was from Andrew. My heart began to beat fast. I opened the letter. Andrew wrote that he knew I was hurt. He admitted that at first he used the scandal. He needed to stop the business deal with Carol's family. He said I was part of his plan, but then he really fell in love with me. He said I became important to him. He explained what happened after I left. His company members were very angry. They told him to choose me or his company. He wrote that he chose me. He had to leave his position. He lost his company. Tears filled my eyes. He had lost everything for me. I still loved him even after all the hurt. But could I trust him again? I met Andrew one last time in the park. He wore simple clothes. His face looked tired. He was no longer the strong, rich man I knew. He said, "Thank you for coming, Heather." Andrew did not ask me to come back to him. He just said, "I just wanted to see you one more time." My heart felt heavy. I said, "Andrew, love is not about how much money someone has. It is not about power or fame. True love is built on honesty. We lost that honesty, and because of it, we lost everything else. Andrew looked at me. He nodded. There was nothing more to say. I walked away, leaving him there on the bench. I had learned that love can be beautiful, but it can also be very painful. It leaves marks, but these marks makes you strong. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.